Despite Snoop Dogg joining William and Kate in congratulating Team GB on their performance at the Olympics 2024, the Daily Mail decided to write an article titled, "How Did Snoop Dogg Become the Face of the Olympics?" Tom Leonard investigates how the foul-mouthed misogynist jailbird rapper bagged a front-row seat in Paris, as well as a starring role in Kate and William's Team GB video. Unbelievable was my first reaction, because this is a stark reminder of the deeply ingrained racism within sections of the British media. This type of coverage not only perpetuates harmful stereotypes, but also reveals the troubling double standards applied to public figures based on their race. This incident bears an eerie resemblance to the relentless and racially charged media attacks on Meghan, reinforcing the idea that the British media, with the complicity of the royal family, continues to uphold a racially biased narrative. Let's dive deeper. The Daily Mail's article about Snoop Dogg follows a familiar pattern seen in the coverage of Meghan Markle, where the media resorts to racist tropes and stereotypes to undermine the accomplishments and character of black individuals. In the case of Meghan, the media consistently used language and imagery that drew on racist stereotypes, such as the infamous "Straight Outta Compton" headline, which sought to associate Meghan with a predominantly black, lower-income neighborhood in Los Angeles. This headline was widely condemned for its racist undertones, as it not only misrepresented Meghan's background, but also reinforced negative stereotypes about African American communities. Similarly, the article about Snoop Dogg attempts to reduce him to a foul-mouthed, misogynist jailbird rapper, completely disregarding his decades-long career, philanthropic efforts, and cultural influence. By focusing on these negative aspects and ignoring his positive contributions, the media perpetuates the stereotype of black men as criminals and troublemakers, a narrative that has been historically used to oppress and marginalize black communities. Another disturbing parallel between the coverage of Snoop Dogg and Meghan Markle is the way the media exoticizes and otherizes them based on their race. In Meghan's case, media outlets often referred to her exotic DNA or exotic heritage, highlighting her biracial identity in a way that made her seem different, foreign, and not fully British. This kind of language is racially charged and serves to emphasize her otherness, implying that she doesn't quite belong. Snoop Dogg's portrayal in the Daily Mail article similarly exoticizes him, framing his involvement with the Olympics and his collaboration with William and Kate as something unusual or out of place. The underlying message is clear. A black man like Snoop Dogg, despite his success and influence, doesn't truly belong in spaces traditionally dominated by white elites. This narrative reinforces the idea that black individuals are perpetual outsiders, no matter how much they achieve or contribute. The British media has also consistently portrayed Meghan Markle as demanding, difficult, and angry. This taps into the deeply rooted stereotype of the angry black woman. This stereotype has been used for generations to dehumanize black women, portraying them as aggressive, irrational, and unworthy of empathy or respect. Meghan was often depicted in this way, in stark contrast to the way white royals like Kate Middleton were portrayed. While Kate was celebrated for her grace and composure, Meghan was vilified for asserting herself and speaking out. In Snoop Dogg's case, the media's focus on his past criminal record and use of language like foul-mouthed and misogynist serves a similar purpose. It paints him as a threat, someone who is dangerous and unworthy of the respect and recognition he has earned. This portrayal ignores the fact that Snoop Dogg, like Meghan, has used his platform to advocate for positive change, whether through his music, philanthropy, or activism. But the most troubling aspects of this situation is the silence of William and Kate, who have once again failed to speak out against the racist treatment of a black individual who has supported their causes. Just as they remained silent when Meghan Markle was subjected to relentless racist attacks by the British media, they have chosen not to defend Snoop Dogg against the Daily Mail's racist narrative. This silence is not just disappointing, it is complicit. When Meghan Markle discussed feeling isolated and unsupported by the royal family and the institution, particularly in dealing with racist attacks from the media, it was a damning indictment of the royal family's unwillingness to confront racism head-on. Meghan's experiences should have prompted a reckoning within the institution, but instead, the royal family has continued to prioritize its image over addressing the racism that is so clearly embedded within British society and its media. The royal family's hypocrisy is laid bare in their willingness to benefit from the support of black individuals like Snoop Dogg and Meghan Markle, while simultaneously turning a blind eye to the racism they face. Snoop Dogg's involvement in the Team GB video was undoubtedly a positive contribution, helping to promote the Olympics and British athletes. Yet, when he is attacked by the media for his race, the royal family remains silent, just as they did when Meghan was subjected to racist coverage. This hypocrisy is particularly glaring given Prince Harry's acknowledgement of the deep-seated racism within British society and the royal family's history, including its colonial past. Harry has been outspoken about how racism played a significant role in how Meghan was treated, both by the press and within the royal family. He has also reflected on his own privilege and how his perspective on race and racism has changed through his relationship with Meghan. In contrast, William and Kate's repeated claims that the royal family is not a racist family ring hollow when they refuse to stand up against racist attacks on those who have supported them. The ongoing racist treatment of black individuals like Snoop Dogg and Meghan Markle by the British media, and the royal family's failure to address it, raises serious questions about the institution's commitment to diversity and inclusion. It also reinforces the idea that the royal family is not a safe space for people of colour. Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties and move to the United States was driven in large part by the need to protect her family from the constant racist attacks in the UK. Harry has expressed concern for his children, particularly in light of the racial prejudice that Meghan and Archie have faced. This concern is well-founded, given the royal family's refusal to confront racism within its ranks and in the media. In summary, the Daily Mail's racist coverage of Snoop Dogg is yet another example of how the British media continues to perpetuate harmful stereotypes and undermine the contributions of black individuals. William and Kate's silence in the face of these attacks is not just disappointing, it is a tacit endorsement of the racism that has plagued their institution for centuries. On the other hand, the article affirms Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties and speak out against racism as a courageous and necessary move. They exposed the deep flaws within the royal family and highlighted the urgent need for change. The royal family's failure to support those who have stood by them, particularly black individuals, only serves to underscore the importance of Harry and Meghan's actions. Thank you for watching.